Baseball will be here in just about a week on Monday. And Eric, you'll get to call the Warwick Effort of Baseball game, weather permitting, of course. And Warwick has started their title defense of their state championship last year in 6A. Unfortunately, went on the road against Central York, lost it 4-2. But still, nonetheless, Warwick is back. They have won the state title for the first time ever, but they have lost a lot from that team, Eric, and they have to find a way to kind of get past that this year and try and have another successful season.
Yeah, and let's face it, what Warwick, experienced last year was magical. And it's going to be hard to replace some of those guys that, have since graduated, not only for their talent, but their senior leadership. I mean, that's just something that, you can't stress. These guys bonded. I mean, the chemistry on this team was incredible. But the cupboard's not bare in Warwick. They've got a tremendous pipeline. And, when a program goes through something like Warwick got to experience last year, all that does is just create so much excitement for little kids because, the amount of kids in the Little League that were up there at State College last year watching the championship game just created so much excitement. And of course, it all starts there and kids wanting to play and think, hey, I want to do something like that. And so I think it just created so much more excitement and potential future baseball players with that championship run they had a year ago. And, and you look at this Effort team, Adrian Shelley just continues to put out a contender year in and year out. So I'm really looking forward to Monday night. And you had to say weather permitting. I mean, come on. Thanks a lot. I mean, well, I don't care. I don't mind the cold, just as long as it's not raining.
We know that field can deal with some rain. So it was more of a, just like, hey, it's spring, get ready for it. But no, we're all excited about it. And, yeah, it'll be a chance for us to see two really good baseball teams this year. I look at the roster for Warwick, and I highlighted all the names that made an impact on the team last year. I only had to highlight 3 names here. So, it has been quite some turnover, and we're seeing some of those guys make a big impact on the college level already, with Matt Williams hitting bombs at Millersville, and Matt Seibert is pitching well and getting to hit, and some of the other guys are also doing nice things at the colleges they went off to. So, Tim, Warwick starts the title defense. One of the issues with that is that everybody's going to have that kind of target on you, but you are not the same team. So you kind of have to deal with both sides of that. We were so good last year. We're a new team this year. We have to find a new identity this year.
Yeah, high school and college coaches go through this every year, especially if they've got teams that do great the previous year. Unfortunately, their players can't stick around like they do in the pro ranks. So I look at it as, yes, coaches do one of their best jobs when they're leading a team to a championship, but they also have to do their best jobs in coaching the year after, because as you said, there is such a target on the backs of these kids. And if you take away the fundamentals that obviously a coach has to instill in these kids and the work ethic, I think they've got to play part psychologist too, because, kids from 15 to 16, 17, 18, if they're going to have a lot of undue pressure on themselves, probably from their fans, from their teammates, from everybody else. So I think it's really incumbent on the coaching staff of Warwick just to calm these kids down and say, look, last year was last year, but you are the 2023 Warwick Warriors. And I think they've got to instill that in them. Look, they already lost one game, as you said. So you just wonder what the psyche is of this team. And, you talk about spring sports, and it's crazy, but there's only about 5 weeks, and it's such a condensed schedule, and I think it's important for Warwick to come out very, very quick and get a couple of wins under their belt, like all these schools have to do. I mean, it is sometimes playing 3, and of course, like Eric said, I don't want to talk about the potential stormy weather and the rain, but we're the next couple of weeks, Eric, there's going to be 3 or 4 games that are going to be completely washed out, and then you've got these kids playing 4 and 5 times within a 7-day period. So that is a huge stretch, but you know what, it's a great problem to have if you are the Warwick coaching staff, though, defending state champions.
Yeah, they have the new schedules this year where you'll play everybody in your section 3 different times. So that is certainly a new way to go about things as well. Guys like Chase Martin, Brendan Stoltrager, and Seth Adamnik will be the leaders of the team this year, and we'll see how that goes for them.